Hello again. It's nice to see you again, even though you can only see me, and we're going to continue talking about Malachi 1, where it says, "But you profane it by saying the Lord's table is defiled, and its food is contemptible. And you say, 'What a burden!' and you sniff at it contemptuously, says the Lord Almighty." It's Malachi 1, verses 12 and 13. Relaying words of the Almighty, Malachi goes further by saying that by our shoddy gifts and foolish rejection, we're profaning God's name. Even when our rejection is subtle or our devotion to Him is lukewarm, it's the same in God's eyes as if we had vociferously sworn His name in vain, a violation of the third commandment. Think of someone cursing up and down, using the most violent and vile loudspeaker stream of profanity possible. And that's how God thinks of us bringing Him gifts that we don't give from Him to Him in love. So, is it surprising how the Lord zeroes in on human psychology, stating that we turn our nose up at things that we think are unimportant to us? Think about that for a minute. God mocks us rightfully in this verse, accusing us of thinking His simple request to give Mosaic code correct sacrifices that are given from our heart is a burden. It's too much for us to do and not worth our time. It's like He's labeling us as spoiled school children who feel themselves overworked and unfairly burdened by having to do meaningless work. It's a fraction of the stressful workload that their ancestors actually did. Maybe that's the best picture of us, spoiled kids. Spoiled kids make themselves out to be victims. They're overwhelmed by the agony of having to do things that they don't want to do. They cross their arms, and they set their brows in angry furrows, and they pout, stomping their feet because they didn't get their way. And if you insist that they do something they don't want to do, they throw tantrums, they scream and they roll on the ground, or they roll their eyes. Have you ever gotten the teenage eye roll? Or they do whatever act of useless drama they think will get them what they want, which is actually control of the situation. Well, notice what God does. In these situations with us, He parents. He reasons. He states the facts, even when they mock the spoiled children, and He doesn't back away. God isn't combative or unkind. He speaks the truth plainly, but firmly. In today's verses, God states how people treat Him and show Him unkindness, because we do. So rather than stomping like the child, however, God stands His ground. He does it because He's right, because He's God, and because He knows that we need to hear the truth even if we don't want to face it. So think about it now. How has God parented you, my fellow spoiled child? We're no different than our Israelite ancestors, except that we have better technology. But we, like they, stubbornly act like spoiled kids in many, many ways that are regarding God. In my life, even at age 59, He's still parenting this child, showing mercy where He might have smote me, and giving love where I had profaned Him. He did these because He's God, and I'm not. Sometimes I'm just a spoiled child. So for more, feel free to read Exodus 20, Numbers 14, Isaiah 42, and Ezekiel 41. There's also a good part in Romans 1. Lord, only You are God. Forgive this spoiled child. Consider that today, and I hope that this has brought you something that is useful in your day and that blesses you so you can bless God by blessing others. Have a great day.